Hi, folks. Mike Hayes here. I hope you're having a tremendous day like I am. And what I want to do is introduce you to my new lifestyle coaching. It's called Closing the Gap. So, to give you a synopsis of what I am doing now is I am teaching people how to better their business using the fundamental laws of the natural universe, laws of attraction, all of these things. I thought about it and I told myself, you know this stuff. There's been so many times I've had situations where unbelievable things have manifested right in front of my eyes, and I know it's all due because of the practices and some of the methods and tips that I've learned in the past 10 years in studying these fields. Even though I didn't know, but I actually have been working the law all of my life. Everybody works the law. You just have to know when the law is put in effect and when you can take not advantage, but when you can be ready to be receiving whatever the universe has to offer. Now, to show my brand new, I don't know what you want to call it, business, I know that this is what I want to do, and I want to help people to do the same thing. I want to help people manifest their dreams. I can show you exactly how to manifest your dreams. I'm going to show you something here. Okay, 1 second here. All right, this right here, this. I did this. I don't know if you can read it, but what I'm going to do, I've told this story many, many times before. See, I have been a student of what they call truth principles. These truth principles are based upon the laws of the natural universe, the spiritual laws, the laws that govern the stars and the moon and gravity and weather and even our thoughts. There's a key in here, guys. There's a key in here that most people don't teach other people because the other people are the masses. I just brought up to my wife a very, very good point. We The matrix is true, okay? We are living in a society where people would rather live in ignorance than to really know the truth. So what I'm going to set out here to do is inform as many people as I can about the truth about yourself and what you are capable of doing. So as a free gift, I want to send to you my book, The Holistic Guide of the Law of Attraction. I'm going to send it to you absolutely free. All you have to do is give me a thumbs up, and I'm trying to message this thing to you because I want you to have it in your hands. I want you to uh, I want you to see what I see. I had an epiphany this morning, guys. I know I've seen it. People talk about, people have their God experience or I had my experience this morning. I was shown in this documentary called The Secret. And if you want to see the meta secret, if you've ever seen The Secret, okay, this is the secret is the step. The meta secret is the doorway. And I can show you that doorway if you let me. So I can show you how to use these techniques to actually uh, release pent up energy inside your body through the technique of what they call EFT tap. And if you want to see the meta secret, if you've ever seen The Secret, okay, this is the secret is the step, the meta secret is the doorway. And I can show you that doorway.
Automatically begin to magnetize things to you. Your life.
The law of mentalism is about the mind. Everything that we have ever created, everything that has ever existed, existed first in the mind. All thoughts are the beginning of all things real. All things that you can touch and feel began in the mind.
So if you want to be wealthy, you've got to decide what wealth is to you. Define it. What does it mean? How much money do you have to have? For me, financial independence meant having $30 million producing income, which allows me the lifestyle I want without having to work. And so I've achieved that. But I knew exactly what I wanted because I looked at what it would cost me to live my lifestyle. Most people don't know their net worth. They don't know their income levels and what would be required to produce what they want. They say they want to own a yacht, but they don't know what a yacht costs. They don't know what it costs for the slippage fee. They don't know what it costs to maintain a yacht. So go out and create your ideal lifestyle and then figure out exactly what it would cost to live it and then set that number as the number you want to achieve. Then believe you can achieve it. Visualize it every single day. Take action when the action comes. Ask for what you want. Reject rejection. Give up any idea of failure. Just persevere until you continue on, until you produce the result you want.
The law of attraction is a good starting point for thinking about how to improve your life. You want to align your thoughts and your beliefs with what you want your life to be. But the law of attraction itself, by itself, won't allow you to achieve the abundance that you need. There's certain steps that you need to take. And these steps are all incorporated in what we call the meta secret. Meta secret isn't one solitary method or one solitary system. The meta secret is a combination of tools, methodologies, and ways to understand the world and understand how we can change the world.
Until I started looking at who I was and who I wanted to become, nothing changed. Because every time I would look and I would blame something else or blame somebody else or just look in a different direction that was not inside, I would get more of what I was creating. Because every time I created something, people would react to that. Every time I took an action that was blaming this or blaming that, people would react to that. And you know what? Then I would react to their reactions. And I was creating an environment that was busy. Instead, an environment that supported wealth and abundance.
If you look around, there's nothing but the abundance everywhere that you see. You see the trees growing. You see businesses happening. This is wealth. This is prosperity. This is abundance. If it's not happening for you, it's because unconsciously you have beliefs, counter intentions, negativity that actually blocks it from coming into your life. It's actually working the law of attraction all the time, but it's happening on an unconscious level. The abundance is there. The wealth is there. But if you don't feel it, if you're not expressing it, it's because inside of you, you may feel you don't deserve it. This is part of the unconscious work that has to be done in order for you to feel on a conscious, real, live, earth level what's happening with abundance and prosperity. Abundance, wealth is your natural birthright. If you're not feeling it, it's because of your unconscious beliefs.
The law of correspondence, simply stated, is as above, so below, as within, so without. The law of correspondence is simply attesting we are human creatures, physically present, but we have minds and we have spirits. So we exist in more than just one plane. We might even be multidimensional beings with multidimensional thoughts, and there may be more to you than just meets the eye.
If you want to be wealthy on the outside, you first have to become wealthy on the inside. As above, so below. As within, so without. First, you have to become wealthy in your thoughts. then you become wealthy in your outer expression of that. You have to have a wealthy attitude. You have to have a wealthy, abundant thought form about who you are and what's possible. And when you have that, it will start to manifest outside of you.
If a person wants to take a quantum leap rather than incremental steps, they have to begin by understanding that they can do that. There's a marvelous little book. It's called U Square. Now think of what that means. If you square a number, you multiply the number by the number, don't you? Well, when you square, you multiply your potential by your potential. It's astronomical. I mean, you just go off the board. The man that wrote the book, Price Pritchett, he said, when you're looking at a quantum leap, he says it looks ridiculous, utterly. But in retrospect, it looks like a natural thing to happen. It was without effort. It's with ease. And that's what quantum leaps are. What you're really doing is getting rid of limitations in your mind, and you're letting your mind just take off and build a great big idea. And you start before you're ready. You defy what the masses are controlled by. You've got to move into a space all of your own. Understand you're working with an infinite power that's omnipresent. It's with you all the time. It's closer than your breath. And you get in harmony with that and just release all thoughts of limitation and make up your mind you're going to take and just compound your effectiveness. That's essentially what I did. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I didn't understand quantum leap, but I took my income from $4,000 a year to $175,000 in a year. And then it went over $1 million. And I had no understanding of what happened. Now understand this. I had been raised to believe that if you don't have a good formal education, that you'd never be able to do what I did. If you don't have experience, you can never do what I did. I had 2 months high school and I had a bad work record. But my income went from $4,000 to over $1 million a year. Now you can do that. And the first step is understanding that you can do it. Quit listening to people tell you you can't. And start to see yourself doing something really big. Write it out on a sheet of paper. Begin by saying, I am so happy and grateful now that I have turned my annual income.
It's not just about attracting things to you. It's about learning to trust what you're attracted to. You are naturally going to be attracted to certain kinds of people, to certain movies over other movies, to places you want to vacation versus other places, to workshops you want to take or books you want to read versus other books. Trust what you're attracted to. It will take you where you need to go, and it may not always make sense to you. I remember going to a seminar, and there was a woman teaching about how to triple your income in a year. And at that time, I was probably more like a hippie than I am the entrepreneur that I am today. And my wife, who was against making money at the time, thought it was evil and you should be in total service and all this. She said, I can't believe we're going to that workshop where they're going to teach you about how to make all this money. I thought you were more spiritual than that. I said, honey, I don't know why. I'm attracted to that workshop. I'm going to go there. So I sat down. The woman next to me, we started talking. It turns out she was a veterinarian. And it turns out that our cat had feline leukemia at the time. And I started talking to her about that. And she said, well, I'm the world's expert on feline leukemia. And I said, well, I've heard there's no cure for that. She said, no, but there actually is a cure. And I can teach it to you. And so she called my veterinarian, told him what to do. My cat lived for many, many more years than the local vet thought it should. But see, I was trusting my attraction to go to that seminar. And it led me in a path that saved my cat's life, which was not where my conscious thinking was, but it was a very important goal to me to keep my cat alive. Those kind of things will start to happen.
Most people are uncertain about something. They're uncertain about their next step. Here's a message. Whatever you're uncertain about, do it. take the step. You will learn so much more. You'll get so much further faster by actually getting in the game than doing it, than thinking about it forever. One of my sayings is, one step in the right direction is worth 100 years of thinking about it.
The law of correspondence, the law of mentalism, and the law of vibration all combine to help you understand that the notion of wealth is arbitrary. You're always wealthy in comparison to someone else. You choose a person to compare yourself with and your wealth or your level of wealth with, and then you decide at that point to be happy with the situation or to be unhappy and therefore change it. All of wealth is subjective. Understand this, and you understand that there's an ebb and a flow of finances. The more comfortable you are with how you interact with the world, with the value you give in the world, with the service or the product that you give the world, then you begin to realize in the world. And by realizing this, you participate in the abundance that is all around you at every moment and at every. It is all yours. Beginning, it was yours. Until the end, it will always be yours.
I'm your gateway to making whatever you have out here manifest. If you're having problems with your business, if you're having problems recruiting people, if you're having problems getting clicks, if you've never been on the internet before, I can help you. So stay tuned. I'm going to have a lot of specials going on. Matter of fact, I'm going to be launching my website pretty soon here. There's a couple more things I've got to do, but stay tuned. This can help you. This can help you. God, the universe, infinite spirit, the Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it, you need to listen to it because it's talking to you all the time. We pray, we say affirmations, we say nouns. We have to believe them. And I'm living proof that all of that works. And if you've never worked it, if you've never tried to pray, if you've never tried to meditate, if you've never tried something new, this is your chance. I'm Mike Hayes, and I want to help you help me succeed. Thanks, and you have a nice day, and we'll see you soon.